we're gonna start part two. Part one ended with a bang, literally. We found Natalie. That's great. Hope and Bob. We saw a picture. We don't know what happened yet. Hopefully, nothing bad. But the woman found them. So her name's Karen. Okay, we get to know her a little bit more. I can see him. I got him in my crosshair. Now, did you take wind into account? The fallout of the bullet? Yes, obviously. Shoot. The bullet thuds perfectly into the target, the center of the shell hanging a few 100 feet away on another skyscraper. It's that simple, Dave, so why do I have to fight? I can take anyone down that way. You can, but it's not an achievement. You have to show respect. Oh my gosh. Part two. When you plan a murder, the night is usually your ally. Honest citizens sleep in their beds. Only a few keep watch. It's easy to fool alarms or security systems. All you need is the right equipment. It's worse with people. There's no room for mistakes here. Fortunately, there are sub-caliber ammunitions and silencers. Together, they are no louder than a sneeze. My target is a cold-hearted drug boss who is directly responsible for the deaths of several good Chicago cops. Indirectly, due to his indirectly, due to his contaminated meth, rich kids were dying by the dozens. Not that I'm particularly crying for them, but somehow, someone high up didn't like it very much. He'd been in for years of legal hell, hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawyers' fees, and no one could give a guarantee that that wouldn't get him from that. But this way, one shot, and there's no more problem. Hey, Karen. I made sure he was alone. His lover lay tied up in the apartment he'd bought for his trees. Their little nest of love. The wife and kids were in Florida, vacation. One shot. Bro, just pull the trigger. What are we talking about? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What's the point of not shooting? She's an assassin. I don't understand. Unless someone comes after her. But like he's asleep. I'm gonna let her do her thing. It jammed. Always at the least opportune moment. All I have left is the knife. The creak of the door, but there shouldn't be anyone here. I checked it myself. Paralyzed with fear, I slowly turned my head. Why are you are you actually an assassin? Why are you scared right now? Like, let's think, why are we scared right now? I'm scared. Now I'm scared because I thought she was an assassin. Oh, hey, Karen. What's wrong? Again, that memory. That mansion. I was there again. Events from years ago. Vivid as ever. Oh, she was a newbie. Okay, I get it now. Now she's cold-hearted. But then she was a newbie. It's understandable. I could never. Anyways. I take another pill. It should help at least for a while. I have medication for no more than 2 days. Without them, I am powerless. I can't fight off the nightmares. Lately, they've been coming back more often. Same one, every time. But what did you have to do? The cigarettes taste pleasant, but that's due to the air in Grayville. Fresh, saturated with the smell of resin. Different from what I remember from the city. A nice change from the stuffy freeway parking lots. A small country town, a runaway girl, and me? If I had to describe myself in one word, it would be hunter. A headhunter for the agency, for the dirty work, which I have plenty of. Just a while ago, I was pursuing a young drug trafficker in Alaska who had driven there all the way from New Mexico. But today, it was determined that a woman named Jane was much more important, What do I know about her? Not much. She escaped from a medical lab. What kind? Strictly confidential, Karen. You don't need to know. Anyway, the girl was valuable enough to have a tracking device implanted under her skin. Intriguing. Usually, such tests are carried out on people who don't care for living, but do care about the extra money. Well, in exchange for a few days, maybe weeks of testing and medical preparations, you can get quite a large sum of money. Perfect opportunity for those who have been thrown off track by life. I know from experience that they usually take junkies, homeless, and victims of fate. Usually nobody cares about them, but with her, it's different. Not only does she have a tracker, but they also brought me out here to track her down. So much trouble for an ex-junkie. Well, I'm not going to be picky, since this is an opportunity to get absolution for my sins. How's it going, Karen? Dave, he shouldn't be here. No, he isn't here. Is Dave dead? I'm managing quite well. Remember what I've taught you. Leave me alone! Oh, I think she cares about Dave a little bit. I don't know that much about Dave, so we'll have to think about, like, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. The first rule is always have a plan for every situation. Very good, Miss Stamp. And he disappeared, a ghost from the past, an ex-mentor. He wasn't here. It was just my disturbed psyche. What was I supposed to do? He reminded me of the plan. Why? I instantly. Grayville no longer appeals to me, and I still have half a cigarette left. No need to waste my time here. I run my finger over the combat knife lying next to me. As always, yes, that's the reason Dave keeps showing up in my head. And his rules. A past teacher, a savior, I get lost sometimes in who Dave really was to me. But I know how much I owe him. All my skills, where I am, who I am, everything. Long training, getting me off the street. Whatever he saw in me, he took the time to make me his copy. Does he regret it? If only I hadn't messed up then. But I guess I tend to mess things up. It's not a good trait, sadly. The combat knife, last gift from Dave. Okay, Dave is dead. We count the hunter's efficiencies in the distance between us and the target. I like how it's like moving, like if she was driving. I love that. Anyone could kill with a rifle and a scope. Those were the words of Dave, the master. The tracker beeps. Jane is here somewhere, only a few miles away. I can almost smell her, like a hound dog. I push harder on the gas, down to the bottom. The engine roars louder. The phone is buzzing again, an unknown number, restricted. I haven't given this number to anyone, and I'm sure it's not the agency either. Ooh, should we pick up? Okay, last time I accidentally hit the wrong thing, so I kind of want to pick it up. I'm kind of curious. Hello? Karen. You know where you'll end up, girl. Oh, it's probably Dave. You know, like subconsciously Dave. In hell. That's where you belong. You can't escape the truth. I know that voice very well. It's the voice of someone I fear the most in the world. So much so that I still have marks on my ankles and thighs from failed escape attempts. I peeked at the call history. No sign of this strange conversation. Oh, Karen. Karen, you're going through it. Oh, you poor soul. Friday. I almost reached the location. The tracker shows that Jane is somewhere here. Very close. A gas station appears in front of me. Neglected. It almost looks like an abandoned one. Dusty and disgustingly dirty. I shuddered. The owner had to come to terms with the fate of being a small town oil supplier a long time ago. He doesn't seem to have much hope for this place. But what's Jane doing here? There is a man standing at the dispenser. For a distance, he looks disgusting to me. Greasy hair. Oh. Greasy hair, sloppy clothes covered in stains. In one word, disgusting. I think I have an eye for detail, and I absolutely know that a book should not be judged by its cover. Hey doll, you got a cigarette? I ran out of mine. I hesitated, but only for a moment. I gave him one of mine. I have less than half left. He inhales, nodding his head. Oh, you're a lifesaver. It's nothing. I'm waiting for the owner, but I don't think I'll see him. What are you doing here, doll? Visiting? We're gonna lie because we don't know this guy? You got it. I love mountains, and there's plenty to go around here. Or at least that's what the guidebook promises. You may be surprised, but I think you won't be bored. Thanks for the cigarette. I'll give it back soon. See you later. Why would I want it back? I know. And he left. Well, what a weird man. He's got a good car, which is totally incompatible with his neglected looks. Maybe I am wrong, but I feel like he doesn't belong here. You're probably right. You're probably right. What catches my eye from the start are the tribal amulets hanging from the ceiling. Is the owner a lover of local history? There's not a soul in here. I have to save my questions for later. No sign of Jane, nor anyone behind the counter. Just a spot for some petty cash for shopping, if anyone would stop by. I see plenty of ammunition, a weapon on the wall. I can't wait to meet this man. Meanwhile, there's still an unresolved issue of my target. Since Jane isn't here, maybe there are bathrooms for travelers? Could she be hiding there? I'll have to check it out. Ooh, is anyone here? The tracker shows that I'm almost by Jane, but I can't spot anyone. I need to sweep the place thoroughly, inch by inch. The girl was definitely here. If she's not here now, then she must have left something behind. Perhaps the owner can tell me where when he gets back. All you see is run and handprints and a smiley face on the mirror. You'll figure it out, babe. Wait, what actually happened here? Is this her blood or some random junkie's blood? No one could have been here except her. Jane, what have you done? From the outside comes a hum of an engine. Gravel crunches under tires. Door slams audibly. Someone arrived at the station. Off we go. I only have a moment, but that should be enough for me to look around. Maybe I can find something helpful here. Okay. There's boots, glass, sink. Let's go trash can, because you usually do trash can's always the place. I crouched by the bin and pushed aside the trash. Next to a used condom, lying here far too long, I find a tattered notebook. I wipe the cover from the junk. It just looks simple and usual. The cheerful pink mouse grinning from a cardboard cover reminds me of my childhood. I always wanted to have one, but in the orphanage there was no room for frills. In the eyes of the virtuous sisters, luxuries always led to sin. On impulse, I open the first page. The writing looks shaky, but I am able to read the owner's name. Jane. Next, there are short entries, descriptions of fear. I'll keep the diary. Maybe I'll find a moment to glance through it later. Alright, let's go. Boots. The heels lying on the floor look so unreal, as if they were taken from a fairy tale, but this unfortunate girl couldn't leave them here. The lab didn't give heels to female patients. The woman who left them here must have had an interesting story to tell. Maybe someday I'll hear it. Oh, I'm sorry. Jane is kind of gone now. Let's look at the glass. Crushed glass creaks under my heels. On the floor lies a long splinter from a broken mirror. The tip is smeared in blood. Someone mutilated themselves with this. Maybe it was Jane. But why? Could she have ripped out her transmitter? Did she know about the chase? Girl. Sink. Disgustingly stinky boogers and bits of hair successfully discouraged me from further investigation. But well, in the job, there's not really a way out. Trying to overcome my repulsion, I carefully dived to the bottom of the sink with my hand wrapped in a tissue. Bingo. A torn piece of skin attached to some oval device. The signal receiver squeaks like crazy. I have Jane's tracker in front of me. She ripped it out herself. She knew she would be hunted. There were quite a lot of things in the story that didn't seem to work right from the start, and the agency, in its graciousness, didn't bother to lighten the situation for me. Heck, the mission just got complicated. The situation went from bad to worse. Jane knows she's being hunted. I have no idea where the girl might be hiding now. What is she so afraid of? So far, 1 point for this little junkie, not a very optimistic outcome. Hey, what are you doing here? This small town cop is the last person I was hoping to run into. A bathroom in blood, a transmitter rubbing it in hand, and a stranger's face in the town. Not much played in my favor. It's a bathroom. I heard a noise. How about you? It's a bathroom. Just be the most generic thing ever. It'd be like, it's a bathroom? Like, I heard a noise would, like, ask for more questions than, like, what you would want. And how about you? We might have to kill this woman. It's a bathroom after all, right? And that's why you have a piece of meat in your hand? Listen. I don't know what's going on. I just wanted to use the bathroom as I'm waiting for the owner, and I spotted something strange in the sink. I'm diving quite a distance. I'm driving. Why? I'm visiting. It's a pleasant place at least. What's the tour guide promised me? You don't look like a tourist to me. I'll keep an eye on you. Everyone knows each other in Grayville, so it won't be hard. And give this to me. She takes Jane's tracker. She seemed irritated. Did I surprise her? The cop leaves, but there's another car in front of the station. An old trashy off-roader. Is it possible that the owner of this place has arrived? I see some movement behind the counter. Maybe I'll have more luck this time. Hey, Bob. I enter the rundown station again. This time someone is standing behind the counter. Someone who I don't think I'll forget very soon. A big, muscle-bound salesman. Maybe a little younger than me, but did it matter? Oh, Karen, you're like everyone. Did it ever matter? Karen, know your priorities. I'd munch on him if I didn't have to take care of that Jane. He smiles at me. That's a good sign. His skin is slightly red, his hair dark and shiny, and the amulets are hanging on his neck. He reminds me of the chiefs I read about when I was a little girl. Hey, how can I help you? He has a nice voice. Oh, I've been like giving him an airy voice, low, calm, and it reminds me of a copper bell. I'm a private detective, flirt. I'm looking for a sister. We can talk. Of course I would want to flirt, but saying I'm looking for my sister might work a little bit better. I'm looking for my sister. She was here. She's in bad condition, I know that, but she only has me. What made you think she might be here? Grayville is not exactly a tourist paradise. She called me from the road. She found her way here. I don't know. She's on drugs. People like that act differently. Do you have anything that proves it? Dang, Bob. I should have flirted. At least I would have seen that. I have a diary. Ooh! That's golden to have a diary, actually. Is her diary enough for you? Okay, she was taken by the sheriff like an hour ago. Why would I ask about the guns? Let's ask. I see you have some interest in guns. Is this all yours? You know a thing or two? Yes, I wanted to join the police force. Would you like to show me? Karen. He hands me a half-inch gun, a solid weapon perfect for taking down an elephant. Useless precision shooting. The recoil tries the muscles too quickly. I have her nod my head with appreciation. I see him smiling. A sweet little puppy. Karen, you're on one. I could spank him. But all I want is to get to know more about Grayville. And I think I'm on the right path. Damn, Karen, you did not get to know this guy more. Cool stuff. Really sturdy and solid. A gift from my uncle. In fact, I got the whole station from him. Should I ask him more about the city, or is it time to say goodbye? Jane, the sheriff. This is what's waiting for me now. Come on, let's talk a little bit. What? It doesn't look very spectacular. Business is going poorly, huh? Grayville is dying, slowly, because people are too proud to pack up and leave. And I have a family debt, so you just tell everybody you have debt. Okay. I have to stay, although it doesn't make sense, right? None whatsoever. You know, once that base was built, people thought that jobs would come back. But since the highway was built, it's been bad. They didn't come back, did they? You can't even clean up there. Those eggheads, you know? As I was walking back to the station, I saw one. He was driving from here. Strange. Okay, let's not ask about the debt. Let's ask about the base. So you're saying there are scientists there? Why? A military base, White Coast, top secret, girl. Even after a couple of drinks, they don't run their mouth. Sometimes at night, some trucks go there, and buses with dark windows. Dang, Bob, you know it all. Alright, this is concrete, a secret lab used to secretly deliver people. I'm chasing a girl who escaped from such a facility. I'll bet my life I know from which one. I thanked him, and I'm getting ready to leave. I'll stop by here when I get back. Take care. He smiles and raises his hand in goodbye. Fine, an export. No time for local cuties. He's gonna be dead when you come back. I move on, leaving the backwater station behind. Dozens of thoughts swirl in my head. I know what to do now. I must find the sheriff's office. It shouldn't be far. I thought it would go faster with this girl, especially after finding her tracker. Now I'm not so sure. Grayville from a distance looks like a dreadful, devoid of life. This town is dying, poisoned by the highway. And yet there's a lab. Eggheads and their ideas. What are they researching? New drugs? Stimulant powders? Or is it something else entirely? As I know life, I bet I'm going to find out anyway. I look at my watch, the hour of the report. I finally have some good news. I stopped the car and lit up a cigarette. This will help. It always helps. This is Stamp reporting. Why didn't you answer the phone call earlier? Okay, I did that on accident, sir. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't notice. This can't happen again. Otherwise, there will be consequences. Understood. What is the status of the mission? From a deputy sheriff, I know the girl was taken by the sheriff. I talked to the station owner, she removed the tracker, and the sheriff took her away. I didn't have any problems. Do you need any data about the sheriff? Should we say yes? I kind of think. Sure. What do we have on him? Not much. He moved to Grayville from Santa Monica, California. Willingness to gamble and take risks. High self-esteem. Potentially dangerous, prone to corruption. Alright, thanks. Keep us updated. There's no need for further delay. What do I know at this point? It's time to put all the information together. There isn't a lot of it. I know where Jane was a while ago, and that the sheriff took her. Where did he take her? He has to tell me. I'm convinced it won't be that difficult. I was not especially surprised by what I heard about Grifford. I was more impressed that the agency had prepared a dossier on him at all. Were they looking for hooks? What's so special about him? Or in Grayville in general? A secret lab in a military base. An agency snooping around a sheriff's rump. The girl who ripped out her tracker. Oh, Karen. I look at the skyline of the town. A jumble of bright dots. I freeze. At night, everything seems different. The shouting, the noise, even the outlines and shapes we know during the day, then became different. Strangers. It's as if at night people are intruders who trespass on the land that doesn't belong to them. It's in my domain, for I love the darkness. The night is my ally, my friend. We understand each other without any words. What is needed to kill a person? Someone who's a complete stranger, who's never exposed himself to anything. Anyway, not directly. I don't need much. Just a gun, a silencer. Although it's much better to use a knife, it shows more respect for the victim. But does the drug boss deserve it? I think not. Bullets will be just as good. I work on the behalf of the agency, so I know that the decision to eliminate is not hasty. However, the benefits were judged to outweigh the potential downsides. It is better to operate outside the system than to allow a lengthy defense trial. I'm not questioning the assault on the rule of law. I'm just following orders. This guy alone I took care of that. One shot. Didn't I pull the trigger earlier and it didn't happen? I'm gonna pull it again. The firing pin snaps. A misfire. Can I reload before he wakes? Most likely, yes. Oh, are we seeing the rest of it? The door creaks. I freeze. Who is it? I check it for myself. I turn around slowly. Oh. I low-key was not expecting a little girl. Alright. Are you the devil? Oh, so the drug lord has a daughter. That's interesting. The child takes a few steps towards me. I reach for the pills. I can feel my heart shaking. The nightmare came back a second time on the same day. Karen, get a grip. This is not going to end well. If you keep this up, they're going to put you in a loony bin permanently. I get behind the wheel. I feel her eyes on me, like she's looking at me from somewhere. I shuddered nervously. The sooner I get out of this hole, the better. Across the street, the wind chases scraps of newspapers. The town looks run down, like Bob's station. Its best years are long behind it. Sad, embittered people, empty storefronts, a remnant of those who escaped to a better life. In such places, you either accept a sad, gray future or you leave. Those who stay don't expect much. The building itself doesn't look too bad. Small one-story buildings such as hundreds, if not thousands in the whole country. The glow from the window gives it a warm hue. I can almost smell the freshly brewed coffee. I take a deep breath in my lungs, a quick conversation, and I'm gone. From a tow truck in county colors, some drifter pulls away, skinny, in a badly pressed uniform with gravy stains. Is it business or is he trying to talk to me? Unfortunately, I'm betting on the latter. Hey, Brock. Hey, doll. Cool car. Did you get lost by any chance? Besides the macho persona, the stench of cheap cologne, yeah, he's definitely hitting on me. And it's a cliche. Well, unfortunately, he's not my type. He could also ask if I fell from heaven because I look like an angel. Angel, devil, no, Karen, don't think about it. Okay, what is our best option here? Of course, we're not gonna do come on, dude. Even though we could. It feels like a Karen thing to do, like, be serious. We can go straight for the truth or we can flirt. And I didn't get to flirt with Bob and he's gone. I'm not flirting with you. Like the latter. I'd rather flirt with Bob. I feel like that would have been like such a fun thing to do. I'm gonna say I'm looking for the sheriff. I wrinkle my nose, but I don't think he notices. Cheap perfumes are really intense. I'm looking for the sheriff. I have a thing. You? For the sheriff? What kind of thing? I'm looking for a girl. It's none of your business. Bro, we can kill him right now. I'm kidding. We can go. I'm looking for a girl. I'm looking for a girl. The sheriff took her from Bob's station. I need to know what happened to her. Yeah, I heard something, but Hal doesn't use the radio much. I don't know why. If it's so convenient, why do you need her? Boy, if you don't get out of my business. I'm done talking to you. Glad you asked, but it's my business. I can't say. No? Well, then I can't help you, doll. You're a bit mysterious. I don't like that. A stranger in town and a nosy one at that. Yeah, poor start. What? I don't feel like telling him more stuff. He doesn't need to know. Don't get angry, okay? You're not gonna say, are you? No, it's better to keep it that way. He shrugs his shoulders. I slam the car and go to the office. There's nothing for me here. Unless we could have, like, poked and prodded, honestly. There's not a soul inside. Is everyone gone? The secretary's desk is empty, which isn't surprising at this hour. Of course, a pot of coffee and an open door to the sheriff's office. Since no one is going to invite me, I'll do it myself. Guess he won't be angry that I didn't wait quietly on the waiting room bench. Not if I smile sweetly. I carefully looked around the office. The sheriff likes to hunt, but that's obvious for someone who lives in a hole surrounded by woods and carries a gun every day. However, this antler doesn't look very impressive. Rather, it belonged to a sick animal, one that didn't have the strength to run away. How are you, Karen? Heck, Dave. Still checking up on me, huh? You're not here, disappear. Ooh, I want to do that whole divine intervention type of thing. So we're gonna go with I need help. I need help. A lot. Maybe. Dang, Dave. I wanted to be something cool. I'm not here. You can only imagine me in your mind. I am as real as the shadow on the wall. Remember what I taught you, girl. Methodically, step by step, not the obvious places. What does that mean? You know, Karen. And he disappeared. A figment of my mind, stuffed with medication. The pamphlet didn't mention hallucinations. Why does he keep appearing? He's been giving me peace for so long. An abundance of demons from the past. The girl, Dave, separate yet connected. The common denominator. Karen screwed up. Oh, Karen, don't cry. Sometimes I wonder if I'm already living out my sentence. Hell is one. The demons are just different. I have much to repent for. Okay, I need to focus. As long as I'm alone, maybe I'll find something interesting. No typewriter. Instead, there was a place for a modern computer. Does the sheriff really want to keep up with modernity? I wonder how that worked out for him. What else do we have here? All right. Let's go drawer, because people keep stuff in their drawer. The drawer seems empty, but there's something at the bottom, like a scrap of paper. It's very easy to miss. I'm frozen. This is really something. This confirms the agency's words. Corrupt tendencies, just a bribed cop and a higher level one at that. Ooh, accused of embezzlement, okay. After all, we're not talking about a bribe for driving under the influence, but a specific amount. Local law enforcement officer accused of misappropriating a large sum of money? Tens of thousands of dollars? A small fortune? Why does the sheriff keep incriminating evidence in his desk? The only thing that comes to my mind is some kind of warning. He remembered the slip-up, which he was now going to turn into some success. A place he left and didn't want to return to. Yeah, I actually stopped liking Sheriff Grifford. Let's go desktop. What's hidden here? A bottle of whiskey? A pretty good year. I guess the sheriff likes to sip on boring duty. Although, no, the cork was intact. Is the bottle waiting for a special occasion? Nearby, I found a handful of tokens. I recognize the design. Such tokens are given for each year of sobriety at Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. They require perseverance. But for addicts, they are a powerful source of pride and an inner source of inspiration. What do they mean when combined with a pleasantly humming bottle? It is a test of character. The sheriff knows his problem, after all, and yet he keeps it close at hand. I knew a man who did the same thing through with cigarettes. I used to say that quitting means nothing unless you test your character with the possibility of returning. The sheriff may seem like a gentle uncle, but there's definitely more to him than that. The door creaks. Oh my gosh! Wait! Okay. It means something, right? Busy sifting through documents, I didn't notice anyone had arrived. Oh my gosh, I didn't search for things that were important. Did the articles on the wall matter? Bro, I remembered the last time they let you just go through everything. This is crazy. All right. I'm scolding myself in my mind. Such distraction can happen to me again. It can have really dangerous consequences. I turned back to the entrance, fixing my sleeves. Good thing I wasn't sitting with my nose in the sheriff's stuff. I can't explain myself for the world. It's her again. Ugh, Jill. Me knowing exactly who it was. You? Here? Again? It's a coincidence. I've had enough of that pickup artist. That deputy at the toe. What is the best option? The door was open. It's not the best option. Oh yeah. Be like, honestly, I've had enough of these rude comments. I mean, how much can you... What? The guy at the tow truck kept trying to get at me in the rudest way possible. The most disgusting... Brock? Just now? Yeah, him. Dirty shirt, food between his teeth. Same one. In amazement, I watched the girl run out of the office. I wasn't expecting this. Through the window, I saw her catching up to the pickup artist and gesturing something, and I thought she was composed. I wait a while. I feel hungry. I need a cigarette so badly, but I can't make it now. Tough luck. I hear footsteps again, and the sheriff comes in. A stocky, rubbishy man whose face might be associated with a gentle uncle. Something in his movements or warns, as if he wasn't who he said he was, pretending to putting on a mask. I know how to recognize it because, well, I do it myself all the time. Now I don't think the conversation will go smoothly at all. Excuse me. Do we have an appointment? I don't think so. I need to talk to you. About what, miss? Stamp. Karen Stamp. Alright. I'm in between two because I'm looking for my sister and I work as a private investigator. I feel as though I'm looking for my sister might work and the private investigator is a gamble. I feel like it's a gamble. Fun to say that I'm a private investigator. I don't know if he'll resort in the same way, you know? Let's go private investigator because I kind of want to see what that entails. Karen, a private investigator? That's one hell of an identity. I work as a private investigator. One family hired me to find their only child. It's very interesting. Lawyers, bloody rich. Okay, Karen, I don't know if this will help you. Particularly interested in her, and she found herself a companion. She ran away from rehab. I know she's probably high on something right now, but she's a good girl who should be home. They really want to help her. Well, okay. Anything to confirm that? No, we only have my word. Nah, fam, I got the diary in my hand. I have her diary. Is that good enough for you? He takes it and flips through it for a while. He sighs heavily, clearly finding it difficult. I don't know why, but I believe you. I left her at the hospital, but she looks really bad. I will take her where she gets the best help. This, in some perverse way, is obviously true. Jane can count on great research. I just don't know if there will be much left of her after agency testing. Poor girl. It's getting dark, almost night. I need to find the hospital. There shouldn't be any trouble. I'll just take the girl and disappear. Meanwhile, someone is standing, leaning against the hood of my car. There she is again. What does she want? I did make Jill run out of there, so... Hey, you. I swear for everything important in life, this girl is starting to haunt me. What's up? I'm just leaving. Look, Brock told me something completely different, that you were really wanting to meet him alone. Okay, Jill, are you going to be one of those girls? Okay? Are you fixing to do that? Because why would a complete stranger lie? Jill, come on. Use our brain. I look around the parking lot, but no sign of the tow truck. Only Jill is left. And you believe him? Girl, I'm going with that because there's no way. There's actually no way. Oh, and you believe that? Look at me. Then look at him. Anyway, he seems to have fidelity issues. Anyway, doesn't he? Back off from us. Look, I'll be gone in a minute. I leave her flustered and slam the door. She clenches her hands into fists. If I were her, I'd have chased that pickup artist down a long time ago. Although in a hole like Grayville, I guess there's not much choice. I start the engine, a low bass murmur tenderly caressing my ear. I step on the gas. Strange girl. She should know that her guy is courting anything that moves. It didn't look like the first time. Jane is waiting in the hospital, alone. I look at my watch. I think I should call them. I have to smoke anyway. Let's call. We're part of the agency. I pull over to the side of the road, reaching for my cigarette again. One of the last. I could have bought a pack at the station outside of town. But now it's too late for regrets. This is Stamp. I'm reporting in. What's the status? She's in the hospital. You're like, the city is weird. I have everything under control. Everything is under control. I don't foresee any delays. Agent Stamp, you have a new target. His name is Murphy Lightman, a scientist stationed at a military base in Grayville. Your task is to extract the target. He must be alive. We have a lot of questions. What about Jane? Deliver her to a set location. Our team will take her from there. Murphy is important, Agent Stamp. The previous agent who was sent on this mission has given no sign of life. And you want me to go. Okay. Alright. What do we know about Murphy? Sure. What do we know about Murphy? Because clearly you don't care about me. Murphy, I need more information about him. Head of a research facility at the military base. High IQ, excellent in crisis situations. Dangerous one, Agent Stamp. Extreme caution advised. Who was the other agent? Yeah, I get to ask two things. Who did we lose? It's irrelevant at this point. Okay. As always, they are mysterious and low-key. Secrets hide bigger secrets. Alright. Copy. I'm on it. I finished my cigarette. The mission, it gets more interesting. A scientist, huh? I wonder what he did to them. Cute Indian man at the gas station mentioned the base and some experiments. Blacked out buses. Whatever this Murphy is not doing, it must be very important. I think he has something to do with Jane. Won't he want to take her out of the hospital himself? Human experimentation, eggheads on the loose, a seriously weird town. Kidnapping a scientist from a military base? That's high caliber. Why doesn't the agency make it more official? Through government contacts? What he was researching had to be pretty important. The headlights pull more pieces of the forest road ahead out of the darkness. A pleasant place, perfect for a long vacation. Darkness, peace. Night, darkness that covers and wraps anonymity. Shapes become blurred together. The imagination plays tricks. Not for me. I'm perfectly capable at finding my way through the darkness. The judge, jury, and executioner entered the bar. And in fact, he was just the first client. People claim that murderers see victims' faces before they go to sleep. They cannot fall asleep tormented by nightmares. And yet, I'm sleeping like a log. The guy looked so innocent. If only I didn't know his past, full of kidnapping, extortion. I saw the graves of the policemen he ordered to kill. It's time to pass judgment. Okay, are we actually gonna shoot him this time? I'm curious. Instead of the familiar cough of sub-caliber ammunition, all I hear is a dry crack. A misfire. Can I reload before he wakes up? Maybe. The door creaks. Is anyone else here? That's not possible. I made sure. I turn around slowly. Are you the devil? The child takes a few steps towards me. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Alright. I look at the lying gangster. His eyes are open. Suddenly, everything turns upside down. I'm lying on the ground. Again? The meds aren't working as they should. Or perhaps something is much more wrong with me. Alright. We're gonna save right here. One day, we're gonna figure out if she actually did something. Oh my goodness. Anyways, everyone, this is honestly, I feel like it's kind of repetitive, and I feel like it should have started midway. I like the story so far, but I feel like if we're gonna go back to the same scene, it should start where we cut off, not like climbing the thingy every time. But anyways, guys, Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again real soon. I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.